Hotep Senu, Hena Senut ET, Ren Isha Kanubu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. Let me check the sound. Hotep Senu, Hena Senut ET, Ren Isha Kanubu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. Let me check the sound. Hotep Senu, Hena Senut ET, Ren Isha Kanubu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. I don't know why there was so much background noise, like there was a loud fan. Like there was a loud fan, but my computer doesn't make any noise right now. I noticed that yesterday actually, and I thought that maybe my headset was not picking up the sound, that the sound was coming out of the laptop's microphone. But anyway, the title says Brother Ankh calls out Asar Imhotep and Wudjau's nonsense, and let's not wait for it. Let's listen to this courageous act because those are members of this team, and it's not easy to call out nonsense from your fellow team members, but it's been going on for, I would say, 10 years. For the community, it's been going on for about 2 weeks, where so many claims were made, and they're always catching hell. I'm sorry, not hell, else. But anyway, let's listen to it.
So we talking about experts, right? And the real thing I'm saying is I'm seeing some nonsense flowing around, and I'm going to speak on it, whether you like it or not. I have to, right? This thing of ours, all right? This thing we do, fighting for scientific literacy, fighting for accuracy in the truth, fighting for being able to mine our history out of the damn dirt, using the tools of archaeology, okay? Biology, and other tools to get African history, to get early African history, right? To get American African history, right? We rely on science. Science is the best tool used to get us there. And we rely on the experts. So it's been a whole lot of misconceptions of what a consensus is and what an expert is. And let's not, the consensus doesn't mean too much. So let me call out the two brothers who are doing this lately. Brother Asar Imhotep and Brother Wudjau. And everybody know I fuck with them, right? So we actually have discourse on Garfield Show in a couple places. I was kind of hearing them say, well, the consensus don't necessarily mean nothing. And I heard all that, and I'm like, well, I'm going to let it slide a little bit. But then I heard it again. And then I heard people mimicking that shit, right? And then I say, well, now it's dangerous. Right? I also had conversations about experts, going back and forth in real life. And then I heard people mimicking that bullshit. So when I started to hear that bullshit, I got to be the one that called it out. And I'm going to call it out because that is the only thing we have to separate us from the slap crazy pseudos. How can I allow that to fly? Right, wrong, and different. That's all we got. Like hell, that's all I use is the experts. I refuse to call myself an expert. I don't call myself a scholar. I don't call myself none of that. I can say I wrote a book, a pamphlet, and I say that. But I never say I'm an expert. So if you take the tool of experts away, then what the hell do I got to fight with? As a matter of fact, then what the hell do the average people have to fight with? Right? In times where subject matter is such complicated, like the pandemic, right? Like, would you ask them to not rely on the experts and rely on some Yahoo who took a Dr. Sadie class on the internet? 10 years after Sadie been dead, watching YouTube videos, would you want your family members to listen to that person as they play around with herbs? No, you wouldn't. No, you would not at all. You would want them to be advised by experts. Now, all the teams, man, did a great job during the pandemic, man, of bringing people to a wealth of knowledge, right, about one, pandemics, two, COVID, three, immunology, virology, right? We've done a great job on it. But none of us are experts in that subject. We simply presented information and data that was presented by the experts. So for me, This is my piece. I will bang on you till the stars come out, or till there will be no more stars in the sky. I'm not trying to hear, well, experts make mistakes, because if you're telling me that experts make mistakes, right, and then you're telling me that science makes mistakes, that I understand that you don't know or understand about experts in science. Like, we know that. That's all in the equation. Of course, experts make mistakes. And of course, there's plenty of mistakes in science. But of course it is. Those who are scientifically literate understand all these things. And try to play that card. Now, I'm not calling my brothers dedicated pseudos, right? Because they fight hard for scientific literacy. I'm just saying it becomes a slippery slope when you remove that block. There's a ironclad block, right? Fixed, right? There's a tank fixed right in between the pseudos and those who promote scientific literacy. If you remove that ironclad block, or if you remove that tank, then what do you have? How do the average person tell the difference between what the Amara Squad is saying, pseudo killers is saying, the Masi is saying, Kofi Passai research team is saying, and what the damn dedicated pseudos are saying? How can we tell the difference? The thing that's in the middle is stop the two from clashing is the experts. It's scientific literacy. Qualifications need to be duly noted. I'll never forget it when I met Dr. Mayat, right? Like, I always got to do it. Like, if you say you're a doctor, you don't got to be a doctor. But if you said I got to see it, she was like, what? I said, let me see what you got. She was like, what, nigga? She whipped that shit out of her pocket. I was like, huh? I had never seen it in your daggone wallet like that. I'd never seen that. She whipped out a little thing she was carrying the money in, and boom, she showed her card, right? Proving and verifying that she's a doctor, right? So, man, like, what do we do? So I'm just saying, for me, right, and what I want to do and what I want to continue to do, I can't speak on everybody else, right? I think Cedric said it best. Man, look, man, we space age Africans, yo. And if it got to be a split in between the space age Africans and the Stone Age Africans, man, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I love both sides, right? I have no problem with that. But last time I checked, a Stone Age African got to go to goddamn work, got to participate in science and technology. And so that shit should be cool, right? To be verified by experts. That should not be a problem. So if you run around here thinking that you're toppling the experts, right? And you run around here thinking that the scientific consensus, you know what I'm saying, ain't the scientific consensus, right? So what is the scientific consensus? Well, I like to say this. When two lawyers argue, scientists don't argue like that. When two lawyers debate a case, scientists don't debate like that. So lawyers are trying to argue facts and how you perceive this and do that, back and forth. I got this statement of facts right here. I got this, and we're trying to debate that. Well, that's not what scientists do. Scientists aren't debating with one paper. Scientists are actually having conversations over the data, right? Statistics based off of this, and this. And I gave the example of, well, fluoride, right? In the water, right? In France, they want to take it out, the fluoride out the water. Okay? Because of a scientific paper, right? They want to take it out of the water. But in the United States, we got about 70 years of compiled data that clearly shows that fluoride doesn't do none of the stuff that they're claiming it does. So at that point, we got to go with the collection of data. That's why they have clinical trials, which is the gold standard, because it's the collection of data, right, that scientists actually debate over. Climate change. Are humans pushing climate change? Right? Based off the data, we understand that the climate is changing and humans are pushing forward climate change. Not because one paper popped up. Remember, the food industry, a lot of times they like to use that one paper. Well, wine is good for you today or tomorrow is bad for you based off of one article. That's not what science does. So I never want to hear you say, well, The experts can be wrong. Well, or here's the famous one these days. Well, that's appeal to authority. No, we're not saying that just because you're an expert, you're right. That's not what we're saying at all. Right? We're not saying we're relying on one expert. We're not saying that at all. We're saying there's a collection of data points compiled that help us understand and make those decisions. That's what science is. Simple as that. So, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can dive in there, man.
Hey, let me.
All right. So you definitely heard it, and the title of this video says nonsense, but you've heard BS more than once. So, what is your take on it? I would like to hear from you. And if you don't want to address this topic, then feel free to address anything you would like. If there's no participation, then it will be a short one. It's up to you. You decide. For those who don't mind showing their face, I have shared the invite link so you can get on the panel directly. Everybody's welcome, whether you agree or disagree, as long as you keep it respectful. It's all good. There's no rah rah stuff. So let me know what the deal is. Thanks for those who have hit the like button. Feel free to hit that thumbs up. And remember about the Metal Nature classes. Now, I did propose Saturday, 11 p.m. EST. But we could do any day of the week from 5 p.m. EST. Let me know what you think about that. If you know some people want to learn it, then tell them about it. I did a group. I did some groups actually. So I have the typical shy people. All right. I'll wait a little while. Just let people get the notification that I have shared through the community, and then if there's nobody, we'll call it a day. Let's see what's up. It's up to you, brothers and sisters. Yeah, gotta listen to this one. But I'm here. I'm waiting for participation. I might wait another 15 minutes. I've been live streaming for 15 minutes. Usually it takes about 20 minutes to half an hour for people to get the notification after I send the link in the community. So I'm here waiting for participation. You know what I just saw? There was a North African dude. They are mislabeled Arabs, but they are not Arabs. They are Berbers. And he's one of the most necrophobic person ever in France. And many black people in France are just bootlicking anybody from the East or North Africa. They have a huge inferiority complex. So that guy's been insulting black people for years. I remember that way back. One black dude, I forgot where it was from. He went to see him and they went head up. There's a very short footage of them scrabbling, but it was extremely short, so you don't know who got the best of the situation. Now I just saw a video where that negrophobic dude is in a dispute, in an argument in the street, and I don't know the black dude, but he punched him and he said, "Let's go." And that negrophobic dude said, "Oh, I ain't doing nine. I ain't doing nine. The people filming, I ain't doing nine." So same dude who been, talking all that stuff for years. So I'm sure many people will share it. And it's calm already. And it's lucky because he only got sapped. You know, it's not like it was snuffed. The guy punched him in front of him. To his face, not like from behind. That guy, he cursed some black people, insulted some black people, and those black people, they made a video and they said, "Yeah, brother, you're wrong." You know what I'm saying? That's black people in France. And one day, we heard that this necrophobic dude was riding his bike and he fell, scratched his hand. And as some dude who was insulted by that necrophobic dude, and that's a black dude, he made a video. He was like, "Oh, brother, I heard you fell off your bike. I hope you're doing well." Oh, man. There's so much I could say. I alluded to a few stuff, but it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Because they went as far as being cool with neo-Nazis and skinheads. I mean, dang. I will never forget that. There was a time where some anti-black and negrophobic teaching were accepted by some people, and it was a hard pill for me to swallow. But between allowing negrophobic and anti-African teaching and rolling with neo-Nazis and skinhead, there's miles apart with these two different behaviors. There's many reasons why I don't want people who are anonymous and unidentified to get on the panel, but you won't have a clue of how many fire people you have. It's difficult to identify who is who really. Some people are quite popular while being anonymous and unidentified. And a lot of people like to be followers and they like to follow trends and fashion. So because a lot of people are weak when they see something going on, something that's in fashion, something that's a trend, they like to follow it. They're all over the place. They change direction just like the wind. And I guess 2008 was the golden era for non-Abrahamic brothers and sisters. And eventually they heard someone say, well, such and such prophet, such and such patriarch, such and such people were black, and that's it. They went back into the Abrahamic belief system like it was mandatory. We can indeed progress, but remember, rule number one, no fence riding. Many people are fence riding. And really, when I think about the beginning of this video, people being called out for their BS, it's a courageous move. I salute you, brother, for that. Because we have to stop with this habit of supporting people when they are dead wrong. It doesn't help anybody. I mean, now, when you go to the pseudolinguist's website, there is a logo that says Diopian seal. And I'm sure that Diopian is derived from Diop, Shekanta Diop. So people have Diopian seal on their website. Go online, talk about Diop was wrong. The language that he used to compare with the Meta Nature has not been verified by wall of speakers. He didn't do the work, the comparison, and I mean that's crazy. And all those PhDs are wrong. That's crazy. And Allah is in the Egyptian text. That's crazy. Rise of volcano. That's crazy. There were Hebrews in Kemet, and those Hebrews were black. They were Haparu or Hapiru. That's crazy. And the list goes on. Some people are cool with that. They'll accept anything. So it feels like you just have to be well spoken. No matter what you claim, and you will fly. And it's a shame, but it doesn't have to be like that. So when people are willing to say stop, to say that's enough, it is admirable. Because for the most part, in the so-called conscious community, people just want to be able to say whatever they have in mind, and they expect brothers and sisters to say, wow, that's powerful information. That's not the way to go about it. So it's been half an hour. I'll wait a few more minutes. If there's no participation, then I'll call it a day. I wonder why you're so shy. Now the figures for the videos from museums is still low. The amount of views is still low, but there's slightly more than before. So we'll see where it goes, but we can see the interest. We can see the interest. If anyone will show videos from museums with artifacts talking about the patriarchs of the Abrahamic belief system, those videos will get millions of views. Why? People have interest with this civilization, not just a country, but an empire and a civilization that lasted for over 3,000 years. Tell me, brothers and sisters, are you some of those who feel like people of Kemet were evil people because they enslaved some Hebrews? Some of you will not admit it, but some of you do feel that way. They will flip the script on you all. But it's all good. Things are changing slowly but surely. So, since there's nobody, I say thanks to those who came in. Thanks to those who hit that like button. This video will remain here for the record. I didn't say it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and if I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'atforever.